The local plan for St Helens will set out the legal planning framework for the borough's development over the next 15 years. It will guide the housing, business space, transport infrastructure and community facilities that we need for the future. While we must deliver a local plan that accounts for the growth in employment and housing demand that we know there is, we will be sensitive and balanced in how we deliver that plan. A balanced plan is one that looks at our existing needs together with our future development plans and strikes a balance between growth, prosperity and quality of life for our residents. Our population is growing and our economy is strong. We need to respond to that by making sure we have enough homes for local people now and into the future. The population of St Helens is expected to grow by at least 10,000 to 2037. Although there are more than 84,000 existing homes in St Helens, more are needed. Our draft local plan aims to deliver a minimum of 7,132 new homes, or 486 a year, up to 2037. It also aims to support jobs and economic growth in St Helens by making employment land available. We need to make sure our residents, and in particular our young people, have access to affordable homes. That's why we've proposed up to 30% of homes built on most sites will be affordable. It's also important that we meet the needs of an ageing population too. That's why our plan sets a target on greenfield sites of 25 homes or more, up to 20% of homes to be built to an accessible and adaptable standard. The minimum number of new homes we need exceeds the amount of brownfield land in St Helens. As St Helens has grown, the situation is now that our urban and brownfield areas are nearing their development capacity. St Helens also has a heritage of heavy industry, including coal mining, glass making and chemical works, meaning the land is often heavily contaminated, making it difficult and costly to remediate. We've undertaken an exhaustive search of all urban and brownfield development options. This shows that it's possible to deliver around 5,670 new homes in existing urban areas and brownfield sites. This means that the remainder of land for housing and some employment sites would need to be released from the Greenbelt. Proposing to release land from the Greenbelt for housing and employment needs is a last resort, and we will always take a brownfield first approach whenever possible. But the plan also sets out the areas that need to be protected from development. The plan will ensure that around 59% of Greenbelt in St Helens will be retained and protected well beyond the end of the plan period in 2037. That's the highest of all boroughs in the Merseyside region. In fact, when looking at all the Greenbelt and accessible other green spaces across the borough, this space combined accounts for approximately 64% of the borough. The plan supports the climate change emergency and will ensure all new developments are designed to reduce carbon emissions and increase resilience to the impacts of climate change. We also propose to increase cycle and walking routes to reduce car use, increase electric vehicle charging points, manage flood risks, and work with partners to increase the number of trees, woodlands and hedgerows across the borough. The government requires that all local authorities have a viable local plan. We want to use our plan to build a better future for St Helens and its people. It's about delivering homes, employment opportunities, roads, schools, medical centres, shops and community facilities to support thriving new communities. The council hasn't drawn up the local plan in isolation. It follows national planning policy, but more importantly, has been informed by the thousands of comments already made by the public in the 4 extensive consultations that we've held on the proposals in the plan. These comments were collated as part of the local plan submission draft and submitted to the Secretary of State in October 2020 for independent examination. 2 planning inspectors were appointed to undertake the examination and public hearing sessions were held the summer of 2021. After considering significant amounts of evidence presented by a variety of parties, the inspectors advised the council of the main modifications required to make the plan sound in accordance with national policy. This is a routine and normal part of the examination process. A public consultation on these proposed main modifications was then held between November 2021 and January 2022. Following consideration of the consultation responses, the inspectors have now issued their final report into the local plan examination together with the final main modifications that are required to be made to the plan. These main modifications do not fundamentally alter the plan. The key elements of it remain the same, and now the plan has been updated to reflect these recommendations, it is now considered sound. The local plan has gone before members at the St Helens Borough Council Cabinet meeting and been approved. The local plan will now progress to a full council meeting on Tuesday 12th of July for final adoption. Once adopted by council, the St Helens Borough local plan process will be complete, and the plan will have statutory status as part of the development plan for the borough, against which planning applications are considered. To find out more about our local plan, please visit sthelens.gov.uk/localplan.